Hello, my name is Callista and welcome to another video update. This one is a bit of an unexpected one. I wasn't planning on recording this, however, I kind of felt like I owed you guys an apology. As you may or may not be aware, Let's Plays are cancelled for this week because Gilbert here, he is back with me, he's better, but He went on strike. Let's put it like that. He went on strike, he stopped working, I could not make him work, and he had to go to the repair shop, and he was only in there for a day. The repair shop that I go to, they are so prompt. They are so quick at what they do, and I am very, very grateful because they got him back to me, ASAP. However, I have decided to just take the week off so that I can build up a backlog of episodes that I've recorded so that I can hopefully get back into a routine, because even before my computer troubles, getting my wisdom tooth out, my Let's Play episodes were getting very, very sporadic, and they have been sporadic for months. My main series is supposed to go up at 5:15 GMT time, and there were some days where it was like the primary Let's Play was going up at 8:15, 9:15, and then the secondary series was having to go up even later than that, and it's just been very messy. It's been very, very messy on my channel for a fair few months now, and I do feel like I owe you guys an apology for that. This is sort of a catch up with Callista, shall we say, what's been going on with me, why have my episodes been so late, shall we say, as of recently. I'm kind of recording this now because I will be recording another video update very, very soon, because my channel birthday, June 1st, that is coming up in 13-14 days, and I don't exactly want to focus on the negativity in that video, so I'm recording this now so that I can kind of get it out of the way. I haven't exactly been having the best of times recently. I'm just gonna be blunt. What's the phrase? Laying all your cards out on the table, is that it? If you do watch my video updates, then you will know that in September of last year, 2022, it's 2023 this year, in September of 2022, my fiance and I split up. And to be perfectly honest, I wasn't upset about the breakup, because I feel bad saying that. I feel bad that I don't feel bad, if that makes any sense. We were together for 3.5 years, we were engaged, and I genuinely feel like that breakup was the best thing I've done in 3.5 years. That is probably really mean of me to say, but it's true. For my own mental health and well-being, breaking up with him was the best thing I've done in a while. And so I don't feel guilty about the breakup. I feel guilty that I don't feel guilty. And I came to the realization, because I was thinking about it, I came to the realization that the last time I can remember where I was consistently happy, where I was waking up, day after day, feeling joyful and hopeful and, all of those positive emotions, the last time I can remember that happening was summer of 2020. The last time I was consistently happy every day was summer of 2020, and that might sound weird given that that was the height of the global pandemic. It was an awful time for the world, but for me personally, I was having the time of my life. I was in the best shape I've ever been, not just physically, but emotionally, mentally, spiritually even. I was at my peak, shall we say. I was going out for a 40-minute to an hour-long walk every single day. I was keeping track of my food. So I don't believe in dieting. If I want a cheeseburger, I'm gonna have a cheeseburger. But for me, what I like to do is I just like to note down what I eat, because, you know, there are some days where I've eaten a lot more than I thought I had, or where I've eaten less than I thought I had. And being able to, you know, visually see that and be like, oh crap, no wonder I've got a migraine. I haven't had, you know, any water today. Like that is very beneficial to me. So, you know, I was writing down what I was eating. I was taking all of my vitamins. I had a boyfriend who at the time made me feel very loved and respected and, you know, this, that, and the other. And I had, you know, my YouTube channel, and don't get me wrong, I don't feel negatively towards my YouTube channel now, but it was more like it was like the rush of a new project. That's the best way I can word that. You know, I was learning all of these new things about, you know, like, okay, how do I edit a video? What is the process of recording? How do I get my my microphone to like the best levels? Also, just before I forget, does my microphone sound all right? If you could just let me know in the comments, because I recently got some new headphones and I can't tell how my microphone sounds. Like, when I listen to videos, everything sounds normal, and I might just be double guessing myself, but I feel like my microphone sounds a little different. I've also been having problems with my microphone. I'm working my way up to the technical problems. I'm gonna get there in the end. But yeah, if you could just let me know how my microphone sounds in the comments. Does this sound like a regular video to you guys, or not? Does it sound different? Please let me know. But yeah, I was learning a load of new things, and that was wonderful. I love to learn. And, you know, all of these things were kind of going on, and it really felt like the best summer of my life. Every day I was waking up and I was so positive. And I don't know if I want to say that I believe in manifestation or, you know, out like that, but I do kind of put some stock in the idea that if you are positive, then you will attract positivity to you. And, you know, I just felt amazing. I felt amazing. And then as the relationship progressed, it felt like every single day I was waking up with a pillowcase over my head. Every day I was waking up and the pillowcase would get tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter. And there are like little pinpricks in the pillowcase, so you won't die of suffocation probably, but it was like that. Or it was like swimming. It was like swimming in a tumultuous ocean with waves that were, you know, 10 feet, 20 feet high, and he was swimming with me, and he turns to me and says, hey, you have a life vest. Can you give me the life vest? Because you're a stronger swimmer than I am. Therefore, you're better off. Well, yeah, that makes sense. So you pass him the life vest, and then a lifeboat comes along. He gets in the lifeboat, and I'm there, you know, what's the word? Doggy paddling? Swimming in place, whatever you call it, just saying, hey, will you let me into the lifeboat? Nah, it's only for one. Well, will you give me the life vest back then? Nah, need it. Okay, well, if I hold on to the lifeboat, will you row us into shore? No, I don't want to row. But you can push us, right? Because you're a strong swimmer. Okay, I get, like, that's how it felt. So often, especially in the last couple of years of the relationship, there was this general feeling of your emotional needs come secondary to mine because you are emotionally strong. I hate that phrase now. I never want to be called emotionally strong again. I despise that phrase so much. And the last time we spoke, before we split up, basically, I'm not going to go over the whole story, but he had said something to me. I had gotten very upset because it was very, very triggering to me. He had so many triggers that I had to remember, and I remembered every single one. I had one trigger. Just one trigger. And not only did he forget about it, he outright, said to me, "Oh yeah, I forget about it because when I speak to you, I very rarely consider your feelings. When I'm speaking to you, I don't think about how you feel during that time." He outright admitted that. And I asked him for 20 days, "Please don't speak to me for 20 days because my mental health is in the toilet right now and I need to do something about it." 20 days I asked for. 3 days. 3 days he gave me, at which point he sent me a message saying, "Hey, Kallista, not speaking to you is so bad for my mental health." Bearing in mind I'd told him, "Hey, don't, I can't speak to you because I need to get my mental health in check. No, not speaking to you is too bad for my mental health. Can we speak on Wednesday?" That would have been 5 days. A quarter of what I had asked for. And I told him no. And then the next day he's sending me messages about like, "Hey, what's your favorite type of ramen?" And I just knew. I knew my mental health was never going to be a priority in this relationship. It will never be the priority. And I'm suffocating. I am drowning. I need to save myself. And we split up and he still wanted to be friends. And occasionally, he comes in to speak to me. And he's so eager to say, "Look at how much I've changed. Look at how much I've changed." And I don't think he even bothers to think how much he's hurting me. And because he just wants to talk about like, "Oh, I did this, I did that, I did this, I did that." And it really just highlights that all the times he asked me to sacrifice my mental health for him, it wasn't because he needed me to do it, it's because he wanted me to do it. He was perfectly capable of doing all of those things on his own, as he is proving now, but he just wanted me to sacrifice my mental health for him. And it's, to be brutally honest, I think the next time he comes to me and says, "Hey, do you want to chat?" I'm going to say no, because at this stage it is just causing a decline. It's causing a sharp decline for my mental health, and that's ultimately why at the beginning of the year things started going bad, because he was coming and speaking to me and basically like, "Hey, all of those times I asked you to do stuff, I didn't need you to do them." And I had a kind of sharp decline when it came to my mental health. And I'm sorry for the pausing. I don't like talking about this. There's nothing wrong with admitting you have a problem, but I still feel ashamed, if that makes any kind of sense. I know, logically, I know I shouldn't, but I feel it in my heart. This little gremlin saying, "Don't do it, Kallista, don't do it." I suffer with black moods. That's what I call them. You might also call them depressive episodes. I should just say I've never been diagnosed with depression. I am not claiming to have depression. I have no interest in, trying to nick a label that is not mine. But that's why I prefer to say black moods, over anything else. And for a fair few months, I just stopped taking care of myself. That's the best way I can put it. I just completely stopped taking care of myself. I was not in a good place. And I know I have a lot of Let's Play episodes come out. I've had a fair few number of people say, like, "Kallista, aren't you concerned about burnout?" Honestly, no. YouTube is one of the things that keeps me going. It is very helpful because it's a reason to get out of bed in the morning. There are people out there who enjoy some of the stuff you put out and you don't want to let them down. So you've got to get out of bed. You can't just lay in bed all day and wish you were dead. That's a very dramatic way of putting it. I'm sorry. I'm not I'm not suicidal currently. You don't need to be worrying about that. But that's where I end up. You know, if I keep going down and down and down, that's where I end up. So it is a nice thing for me, you know, having all of these episodes that I have to do, because it gives me a reason to get out of bed. But when I am in that state, it can get on top of me, and that's why everything started coming out late. That's why everything started being staggered, because I was sort of running out of time and I just wasn't in a good place. And then my wisdom tooth had to be taken out, which, as it stands, it really wasn't all that bad. There was some, it swelled up quite a bit and there was a rather nasty bruise. But as it stands, like, it really wasn't all that painful. Like legit, I've had a blister on my foot that popped recently. That was far more painful than my tooth at any point. And that, you know, the wisdom tooth kind of put a stop to me recording, and I don't know what it was, but that incident of being unable to record, it kind of G'd me on. It spurred me on. Like, now that I can't record, well, like, how dare you tell me I can't? How dare you tell me I can't? Like, no, I'm gonna do it. And it kind of snapped me out of my funk. I guess you could word it like that. And I was so eager. I was so eager to get back into recording, and then Gilbert went on strike. Gilbert, how could you? And now today, I had issues with my mic. That's why I was asking before, does my mic sound all right? My computer wasn't registering it as a microphone, it was registering it as an audio device. I think I fixed it. I think I have. I'm not 100% certain. So just, if you could give me your reviews of how I sound in the comments, that would be very much appreciated. But, yeah, I think that brings me back up to date. Like I said, I am sorry for quite how messy my channel has been. I think I am on the mend. I'm certainly not feeling like I was a month, 2 months ago. I feel like there's a fire in my belly. There's a fire in my belly. I want to get to it. I want to like let me Adam coach. I can swing. Let me Adam coach. That's how I'm feeling. I'm not hyperactive, but I hope you understand what I'm saying. I'm feeling so much better than I was, and I am very sorry that, you know, my kind of issues were getting in the way of the channel a bit. I do apologize about that. It will probably happen again. I'm not gonna sit here and say it will never happen again. I can't guarantee that. You know, your mental health, it's never one solid line. It fluctuates. It's like a slip and slide. There we go. You know, there are going to be twists and turns and, you know, hills and valleys. So I'm not going to promise that it'll never happen again, but, you know, I am sorry that things got messy and things kind of fluctuated and were sporadic. I do apologize about that. But yeah, this is just my little... I wanted to record something. I wanted to, you know, let the YouTube algorithm know that, hey, this channel isn't dead. Please don't screw me over. And again, I wanted to apologize to you guys. So Let's Plays will continue on Saturday with Broken Age. I'm really enjoying the game. We will have more Mass Effect and more God, what's it called? The Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit. We will have more of that in the coming week. Yeah, once again, I am sorry. I hope you are all having wonderful days, and I hope that the week ahead is a good one for you. I think I'm done now. Bye-bye.